Upgrades. Are they worth it? Let's find out. So you want to upgrade your Mini Z. There's 3 types of upgrades. You have the ones that look good, the ones that make it more durable, and the ones that make it perform better. All 3 of those have good effects and bad effects. Let's find out. So this is my box touring car. Don't have every upgrade you can have on it, nor will I ever have every upgrade you can have on it. Let's find out some ones that are good and bad on this car. First, let's talk about my first upgrade, and that's the front arms. They are all aluminum. They aren't that expensive. They are strictly a durability thing. They have no performance adding. Now, the plus side. They look cool. They're metal. They're not going to break. But they do have downfalls. For example, this is very, very unlikely, but I can take out the whole spindle. Now, according to do that, I do have to compress the spring 100% all the way, and even then, it's hard to get it out. And under normal circumstances, will this never have the spring 100% pushed down? Never. Next is the 4th gear brass servo. It's underneath here, you can't see it, but it is there. It does add a little bit of front weight. It was like half a gram, but now the 4th gear servo does tend to strip out. I never had it happen. I did it just so that way it never did strip out, but it was okay to install. For a beginner, it is a little intimidating, but there are lots of how-to videos and great ways to walk you through it. Now, it doesn't really do anything for performance. Some people say it meshes better, it takes slop out of the car. Honestly, I didn't find a difference. Only thing I found difference was I now don't have the worry of it breaking. My next upgrade that I did was the ball diff. Now, this is the PN ball diff, and the one thing I don't like about it is the slop. The Kyosho ball diff, in my opinion, is better. I have not put it on yet. And to me, I'll take this off. I have loosened the set screw just so that way I can take it off and show you guys. You'll see here. And everyone says that's normal. I don't like it. I have had to rebuild this diff twice now, and I've done about 3,500 laps, which I've heard the Kyosho one, and that's at my local racetrack, so it might differ for you. And at my local racetrack, people use the Kyosho diff, and they've never rebuilt it. And I felt their diffs, they're smooth as butter. So I don't know if it's just, this is my second PN rear diff, and I'm not happy with it. I like the Kyosho one. The Kyosho one will be being installed on this soon. One of the next upgrades I did was the PN70 motor. Now, it is double the price from the silver can Kyosho white end cap motor, but you get double the performance. It's a lot torqueier. It's a lot more a lot more powerful. I like it. To me, it's worth double the price. One of the next things I did was I changed to a PN chassis rear end. And I like it. It does its job. It looks killer. One main thing I like is the fact that you can change your rear axle height with these little pills. So this one's a 2, and you can run it with the axle down, axle up, and then they have a 1 and a 0. Another thing is it makes it very easy to clean bearings, pop the bearings out, clean the whole thing. One thing that's good and bad about this PN chassis is the fact that you have to mesh your own gears. So if you're just starting out, meshing your own gears isn't fun. compared to 10 scale or 8 scale, it isn't that fun. But once you get it set and get used to setting it, it's real nice and easy to set your gear mesh. You want to change your pinion? Change the pinion, loosen the screws, put a new pinion on, tighten the screws, set the gear mesh, good to go. You don't have to change the motor out, don't have to change ends, pieces. It's just a world easier to do. Not only that, it's easier to do maintenance and clean out. Plus, I found that the motor actually runs cooler because there's so much air moving around it. One of the next things I did was this friction plate up here. Now, I've heard many people change different way they do stuff. People have this bottom one compressed all the way. People have this top one compressed all the way. People run different springs. People run them really tight, really loose. Honestly, I just followed what the fast guys at my racetrack did. I went with them, and they led me in the right direction. And it looks cool. It does its job if you set it up properly. And one thing I found is it's actually, you know what? It's more durable than the little plastic piece up here. Another thing that I did recently is this upper strut. Now, at my local racetrack, fast guys have them, fast guys don't have them. It all depends on basically your driving preference. For me, I'm undecided. I don't know if it's good or not. I haven't done enough tuning yet to really try it. I haven't changed springs. I haven't really preloaded one way and done the other way. I haven't screwed around with this one yet, so I can't give an honest opinion about this yet. Now, the one thing that a lot of people and ah about, because it is an investment, and you pretty much have to take apart the whole car to change it over. And that's the PN 2.5 chassis. Now, in my old car, I ran the stock chassis with weight. And I ran the weight right down the center. I didn't run the ones on the outside. And I got it fast. I got it reasonably fast. Now, I switched to the PN chassis, and I didn't add any weight to it, none whatsoever. And I was the same speed. It wasn't slower, wasn't faster. But one thing I found was I was a lot more consistent. It was a lot easier to drive. The lower center of gravity really helps out a lot with the cornering. I actually had to soften this car up quite a bit just because there was so much lower center of gravity that I could carry the whole car through the corners so much better, that I could actually run a softer setup to let the car lean more. It was awesome. The one things I'm still undecided about is this whole battery mounting deal. How it's only sits in there, and then these little tabs keep it in. I haven't had an issue, nor do I know anyone with an issue, but it's just something that I don't know yet. I'm not a fan of. I don't like this cluster of wires. I don't like it. There isn't really much of a way around it unless you're really, really good at running wires, which I'm not. There isn't really a nice way to run them, I find. And another thing that I don't like about the PN chassis is some bodies, in this case, the McLaren body, I actually had a Dremel right here, so that way the battery holder will fit. And I'll show you guys. One second. So you'll see right there, this one I haven't done yet. You will see that it actually hits right there. This one I have done. And now it fits. So this whole chassis is wider than the OEM one. You'll see there that it is actually quite a bit wider. We'll put it flush on one side. So it is wider, and to some people that's an advantage, to some people that's a disadvantage. It all depends on, honestly, all this stuff, it all depends on you as a person. Do you want to go a little bit faster but cost a little bit more money? Do you need it for your track? Some stuff, yes. Some stuff, no. I hope you guys like this video, and it kind of gives a little bit more in-depth of what kind of upgrades. Are they good? Are they bad? Do you like them? Maybe you like them and I don't. Maybe I like them and you don't. This is what works for me, and this is what works for my track. Let me know what works for you guys, and any upgrades that I should do or give it a shot. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below about anything you want to see in the future. Thanks. Bye.